Refusing a posting to Brazil, Pearson finally opts for Washington. He has a knack for being where the action is. Once the Americans enter the war, Washington is the hotspot, and the challenges for a Canadian diplomat there are huge.
A lot of what he does in Washington is ensuring that Canada ought to be represented in all elements of decision-making. In Britain, the fear was we're going to be condescended to. In Washington, it's simply we're going to be ignored.
The end of World War II ushers in a new era of diplomacy for Canada and for the world. In 1948, Louis Saint Laurent replaces Mackenzie King as Prime Minister. Pearson is named Secretary of State for External Affairs, and at long last has the support to realize his vision of Canada as a central player in world affairs.
The United Nations, whose towering structure on New York's East River is the symbol of man's hope for peace, springs...
When we're building the post-war architecture, the United Nations, the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, even NATO, Mike Pearson is pushing for all these things. In a sense, Lester Pearson was telling Canadians, yes, we can. We don't have to be small, we don't have to be parochial, we can go out into a world, and with our brains and our resources, we can make a contribution. And that's what we did. This becomes, in the early 1940s, the late 1950s, what is called the golden age of Canadian diplomacy, and it becomes Pearsonian diplomacy, and he leaves his stamp on all of these institutions he helps to found.
The first order of business is the election of a new president of the Assembly. A popular choice is made in Lester Pearson.
He's a key player now, and he will become the go-to guy. By 1956, Lester Pearson is the best-known Canadian in the world. When the Suez Crisis descends, Mike Pearson is in the right place at the right time. It is as if he's preparing all his life for this moment, and the moment arrives, and he seizes it.